guys, and welcome to a new novel one called It Pains Me. So this is like a horror novel. Yeah, all the good stuff. And this looks so pretty. So let's see about this game. Every night I find myself alone in the studio, curtains drawn tight, my neat row of paints, palette and brushes in the same place on the drawer by the easel. The canvas upon it sits as always unfinished, Mary's half-painted face frozen in empty song. Who is Mary? She's so pretty, actually. These are some really good drawings. It's late out, as it always is when I awaken here. Mary is nowhere to be found. She must still be at the theater. Even when the curtains fall and the stage lights dim, the night is forever young to its star sopranos. Also, she is actually famous. I will always wait outside her dressing room, roses in hand, scores of other bright-eyed admirers spilling through the halls, thought she alone was mine. So I think he is a little jealous. And I was hers. It's cold, bitterly cold tonight, but still I draw the curtains and open the windows wide. There's a stench in the room, deep and damp and sickly sweet, that I cannot ever seem to be rid of. I have a feeling. Besides that, the fumes from the linseed oil makes my head spin. Because we are painting and obviously we have a lot of stuff in there. But the smell, I have a feeling that Mary is somewhere here. Like every night, I measure out my paints, arranging the small depths of color on my palettes from lightest to darkest. Why? Titanium white and cadmium yellow to corpse brown and lamp black. Corpse brown. I wet my brush with oil and gently start mixing the pigments. It feels just a little bit like magic, watching them swirl and mix, forming new colors from old. Why can't we just paint this, in 1 week or in a few days? Something is off. Oh, so we have some. Okay, let's save first. Hair and her face. Why is it a difference? She is so pretty. Okay, let's see the face, because I want to see her, how she looks like. Even if it's half, I mix a tone as pale as her skin and apply it with a generous dab of oil to the Marie on my canvas. But the paint just doesn't blend. The colors of her cheek stands out like a garish smear. I sigh and scrape it off with a palette knife and mix a deep blend of black and red for the background instead. So did I do something wrong? I must have painted and repainted the same background countless times. But it's still black, so what the hell happened here? To say it's difficult to paint by lamplight. My muse nowhere in sight. is an understatement, of course. But lately, these nightly hours are the only time I find myself able to lift my brush. So we are painting just from memories and it's really dark in the room? Okay, I get it. I stop every few strokes. Spirits, it hurts. I had joked that the pain that forced me away from the tailor shop meant I could finally return to my paintings at the very last. I was never any good at humor. Mary had sensed my worries, consoled me sweetly in her voice that could charm stone to life. Oh, Sam, don't worry. I have roles lined up for months. Go ahead and paint. We can still live comfortably. Yeah, until she just, let you go for another man. It hurt. A small part of it did. Beyond the psychical, beyond the immense, to seek her permission. To be unable to care for my darling the way I had where we were young, brimming with talent but crushingly unknown. We are together for some time, Well, she had been. I was and still am nothing. Why? But perhaps, finally, it would now be my turn to bring my vision to the world. If only it didn't hurt so damned much. Time passes and I still don't manage more than a few strokes, a small patch of dark over an already wet canvas. I think we all have, the perfect image. Or perhaps time hasn't passed at all. The broken clock on the wall would suggest as much. Perhaps the seconds have lain still, the world outside unchanging, and I the only thing that moves. Have I moved? Is repeating the same brushstrokes like a clockwork dull movement? I shiver and sigh. Perhaps sleep will be a better end of. Perhaps the next night will meet some success. I stand, setting aside my paints and palette, and slowly move to shut the windows. I stop. There, out in the front garden, barely lit by a street lamp, stands a figure that can only be Mary. So she just arrived home, huh? You cannot see it. She bites goodbye to another figure, tall and broad shoulders, and then she laughs. A beautiful laugh. A heartfelt laugh, and embraces him before he makes his reluctant exit on a carriage stopped by the gate. For a moment, I don't know what to think. I mean, she clearly has someone else, or she is just a friend. A friend, a co-star, perhaps the amiable tenor she mentioned every now and then. I didn't see his face, but Paris' social circle has already eclipsed my own. She probably is really pretty and she has a beautiful voice. Or actor. It must be, but why would he come to our home? Maybe he just bring her here with the carriage? Why would she laugh that way? In the garden, in the midst of walking to the front door, humming to herself, Mary suddenly looks up. For a moment her eyes go wide and she blinks as if shaking herself from a daze. Yeah, she clearly is in love with that man and I need to save. I instantly step back from the windows. Perhaps it's guilt that makes me do so. Marie is finally home and oh, I miss her. So, how could the first thing I could think upon seeing my darling be the worst thought my mind could conjure? Because that's the fortunate, the truth. She is cheating on you. For the first time in many, many nights, I feel just well enough to leave the studio. So we're just gonna be in the studio, get trapped there forever. I prepare Marie a pot of her favorite cinnamon tea. I listen as she tells me of the nights, the theater, the thousand small anecdotes she never runs out of. Maybe, just maybe, ask her again to sit for a portrait for me. Oh, that's really sweet actually. Like she used to. The house feels larger than it used to. Perhaps I was shut in the studio too long still. How could I so quickly become a stranger to my own home? The memories are fuzzy, the years blur together like a wash of oil colors. My mother and I carrying our sparse luggage, stepping aside for the first time. My stepfather laughing, his elbows on the breakfast table, chattering over something he'd read in the paper. Then silent hallways and empty rooms. And then myself welcoming my new bride to these solitary hells, hanging our nearly taken portraits above the mantels. So we already have the portraits. Why we are so desperate to paint her again? The walls are barren now. I feel the walls in the dark, leaving sticky trails of paint behind, tracking the places where I used to hang. Paintings. So many. Okay, let's save here. Yes. Let's just say that paintings, because we did a lot of paintings. I hope so. The paintings I'd framed the seaside landscape I'd painted on our honeymoon, the watercolor sketch of Marie that couldn't hope to capture the sheen of her hair, the still life of the roses in a cracked vase. Oh, how my darling loves roses. Gone, cleared away. The naked walls stare blankly at me. Confused, but with nowhere else to go, I continue through the house. As I walk, I pass the furniture my stepfather left me, the shelf and tables and that always seemed so large and grand as a boy, now missing or mended in thick white lines. So this is the second abandoned house. That's sad actually. They remind me of corpses of a hospital table lying dead still, covered in sheets. Marie? I try to call out, but flanks blocks my throat. I called long and drawn and wet, and then once more attempt to voice her name. Marie? So I'm Sam. Huh? It slicks off my tongues like a serpent encoiling. I had always loved her name, so tender and sweet, free or harsh syllables, Marie. It was a name like an impressionist floor painted in soft strokes with a fine oil brush. It was the greatest joy in the world to join my name to hers. But Silence fills the house, a long, drawn-out silence, a held breath. Finally, my darling answers. She's so pretty. Sam? Is this a dream? What do you mean? I cough again, another long wet trail dripping from my lips. Am I sick? I think I'm gonna die. Is it a good dream, darling? I don't know. It feels like a nightmare. An awful, wretched nightmare. Why is she crying? I lean towards the sound of her voice, so musical, so lovely, even at the brink of tears. Don't cry, darling, I want to say, but thick, syrupy liquid fills my throat. Yeah, we have some problems. No matter what troubles you, I am here. She stands at the edge of the staircase, shaken, a candlestick in hand. The steps are sticky and wet. I inch carefully, practically at the crawl, not to slip. Why is it so wet? Is it like raining outside? My darling lifts the candle as I approach. In the dark of the house, its flickering flame almost blinds me. I don't see the expression on her face as she screams. Huh? Why she screams? Marie, where are you, my darling? Every word feels like a dagger punching my throat. I leap down each hall, leaving a trail of steps that feel damp and heavy, slick and wet. I tried the door to our bedroom, now Marie's room. I had started sleeping in the spare one when my cutting feet would wake her in the night. Yeah, clearly I have tuberculosis, if I'm not wrong. And we are done. Like, really. It was cold, so cold, alone, but the landing needs me a rest. The knob is sleek and hard to twist, my hands slipping on the press. Finally, I managed to push the door open. I think we cough blood. Throat is completely dark, and when I peer inside, I know it is empty. No warmth, no flesh, no sound of sweet breath within. I continue down the hill. I thought, my steps heavy and wet, trying not to slip over the thick, slick surface. But why is it like Devi had a lot of blood? Marie, what's wrong, darling? Please come out. I don't understand. Yeah, I think we're probably full of blood and she got scared. The dining room is empty, truly empty. The shelves where the china and silverware were once neatly stacked now gape hollow. The walnut table is covered in a thick white sheet, the matching set of chairs removed. So there's nothing left in here. Why are we staying? I rest against the blanket table. My hand leaves a rodly smear against the sheet. It must be more paint, though it's hard to make out in the dark. had needed spectacles for quite some time, but Marie had never liked the bookish type. Oh, so now we are blind also? Great, that's great. I continue on through the familiar yet unfamiliar house. My steps stained and slow, my breath short, sticky, wet. Marie, where are you? Oh, Marie, it hurts. Won't you come to me? I hear the front door slam shut. Oh, she's getting out of the house. Yeah, she's like, I'm fucking run out of here. It must be freezing cold out. Why has she gone to the garden? So she is in the garden. I tread on the sound with new urgency, and getting off the sticky, wet floors, forgetting for just a moment the pain and snaps and bursts through my flesh. There's the door. I reach for the oily, damp knob. Don't, Sam, please. What do you mean? Don't what? Her voice rings from behind the door. I don't understand, darling. Have I done something to upset you? Probably. Her sobs echo loudly. I never thought an ugly sound could come from my darling's lips, but her words. I love you, Sam. I always will, but I can't bear to see you like this. I'm sick and dying, probably. Please, I beg of you, return to where you come. I mean, to the studio, where we are trapped there forever. You can't be here. I've moved on now. What do you mean she moved out? What? Return where? Dearest, you aren't making sense. Move on? I'm your husband, Marie. What on earth is there to move on from? Unless you're dead and you're just a ghost. Please remember, Sam. And why is she in this house if... What happened? You were ill. You were ill for a long, long time and you never recovered. I know that I'm unwell, Marie, but you said we will still... Are you leaving me because I can't care for you anymore? Is that why? You left me. Huh? What do you mean? What the heck do you mean? Oh, yeah. You're dead, Sam. You've been dead for more than a year. So how in the heck do we, walk and do some stuff? If this is a joke, darling, it's a cruel one. Do you want me dead? Is that it? Am I better off dead to you? My darling does nothing but sob behind the door. So can we go outside if you're dead? I don't know. How quickly I regret my words. Oh, if only I could see her face, look into her eyes, reassure her and see that she loves me still. I twist the knob and slick oily hands. It's slick, sorry. No, don't come out, please. On the other end, with a sharp guess, my darling grabs the knob closed, pushing the weight of her small frame against the weathered wood. Don't come out. Why? Because if I'm dead, there's no difference if I'm inside or outside.